Hey guys, quick video today, this Monday. This arrived in the mail. It's a rugby jersey sent to me by Carl. Carl's the kind chap who sent me this Wallabies Indigenous jersey that I'm wearing now. So a big thanks to Carl for sending me this out. Once again, very much appreciated, man. I've been very blessed with the amount of gear that I've been sent. What can I say? I'm a lucky guy, and I'm very aware of that. So I'll open up this jersey. He didn't actually tell me what this one was, so I got no idea. I'm totally in the dark as to what this one's going to be. But yeah, that should be good. Open that up. Then I'm just going to have a quick word about a story on Kieran Read. And then another one just about the Owen Farrell tackle from the other day against South Africa. So yeah, I'll start with the jersey. I'll open this up and then we'll have a wee chat. So, okay, it's red. There's more than one. One's red, one's blue. Red one looks to be, yowza. That's British and Irish Lions from the sponsor. That looks to be the most recent series against New Zealand over here in New Zealand. It's a medium. I will try and squeeze into it. I'll see how I go. I might have to lose a few kgs before I can pop into this one. If I can't squeeze into it, I'll see what I can do about getting that on the wall or something like that, because I do actually have another a medium one, a signed blues one, that I'm never going to be able to fit into, so I should probably put that on the wall. And yeah, I've got another jersey also signed, which I won in a competition a while back, but it is not with me at the minute, but I'll get to that one later. This one, Argentina, very slick. Argentina is a jersey I do not have. This one is XL, so that should fit. My word, that should fit. That's going to be sweet. Argentina, obviously, the only Tri-Nations, or I'm not Tri-Nations, Rugby Championship team I do not have a jersey of, so that is very cool, Carl. You're too generous to send me two jerseys, mate. You're very, you've done fine work, man. I'm very much appreciating that. I will definitely try these on soon, and like I said, if I can't fit in that medium, I'll see what I can do about putting it up somewhere, because the wall is rather sparse, and actually the camera probably works a bit better if it doesn't just have a big white area to focus on, because sometimes it goes out of focus. But that's very cool. I'll also see what I can do about getting a hat for those teams as well, because I do like to have something on my head that matches if I got it. So yeah, thank you, Carl. Very generous, as I said. I know it was a bit of a mission again to get these here. Finally arrived to that school. It arrived safe and sound. Good to know. Yeah, so thanks for that. Next one, a quick news story I read recently. Kieran Read basically came out and said that after the World Cup, he's calling it quits with the All Blacks. He's done. He's going to retire. And that he's going to retire from the All Blacks, and that he would either retire from the game or he would look for a contract overseas. I don't think he's got any interest in continuing to play in New Zealand or for another team. He's pretty much been around the block and he's done it, so maybe he would look at something overseas. Racing 92 are the ones reportedly going to be offering him a big contract, so we've seen a few big-name New Zealanders head there in the past. I think Dan Carter's probably the most big-name one in recent years after the last World Cup. So that'll be interesting if true. I suppose he may just call it quits. It is interesting, though, that he's like a lot of parts of his captaincy, he's taken a very different approach from Richie McCaw. Obviously, it was kind of big shoes to fill for him. So a weird one that, I don't know if it's weird, but a lot of the times he's taken the approach that I'm going to do it differently. Like, supposedly he's a lot more hands-on with the players than Richie was. And, I mean, in this, Richie, we weren't even sure if he was going to retire after he won the last World Cup final. He kind of waited, I think it was the next day or the day after that he announced his retirement. He kind of wanted to focus on that day as the World Cup final in itself. He didn't want it to be about his swan song. So he kind of left it till afterwards. But Kieran is putting it out there before the tournament even starts. I mean, I suppose he's opening himself up to a bit of media talk about just when it's getting to World Cup time, there's going to be all the questions. What if it's your last game, and all those kind of nonsense stuff that's going to go on. It's going to happen. I mean, it probably happened with Richie. I can't remember whether they were asking him, are you going to retire? Are you going to retire? No doubt they did. But, yeah, I guess it's 50-50 if you go one way or the other. But either way, it'll be interesting to see how they go. It gives the All Blacks selectors a bit of time to decide on possible replacements as well. And the next bit of news, the Farrell tackle has been, I guess, reviewed by the governing bodies, and they've decided he's clear to play against New Zealand next week, or this week, in the November tests. It's an interesting one because it's a really divisive issue. Like, I've read threads, depending on which side of the fence you're on, who are saying yellow card all day long, some people saying red card, some people saying absolute penalty, clear as day, and other people saying, nah, it didn't get him in the head, fair call, wrapped his arm, like, absolutely fair, play on, nothing to see here. So it is one of those ones that just seems to cut right down the middle. You're either on this side or that side. I said in my video that I thought it probably looked like a penalty, based on, like, I watched virtually every Super Rugby game this season, and based on that experience, I've seen less given penalties or yellow cards, put it that way. But the way rugby is, and it's all a matter of interpretation, it was no shock to me that nothing happened. So I will say, though, in terms of being an All Blacks fan, I'm pretty excited to see him go up against the All Blacks. You want to see the best guys on the field. He's one of England's best players, so if there is a bright side to come out of that from a Southern Hemisphere point of view, is that we'll get to see him playing next week, and we'll see how he goes against the All Blacks. That's going to be one heck of a game. I know a lot of us have already got our eyes on New Zealand against Ireland, but I think don't get too far ahead of ourselves. There's still a pretty big game at Twickenham to come. So we'll see what happens with that, but if you guys haven't done so already, you can leave me your thoughts on that non-sighting. Because, as I said, it's one that really just seems to cut right down the middle. Interestingly, Jonathan Kaplan, former referee, he tweeted about it. I was following a thread on Twitter about the non-sighting, and one of the comments was from Jonathan Kaplan saying that he thought Angus Gardner has been doing really well as a ref recently, but he disagreed with him on that call. So it goes even to professional referees that they're not in full agreement as to how that one should have been interpreted. So it's no surprise that us fans are very much the same. But yeah, that's it. Thanks again to Carl for sending those jerseys through. I'll give them a crack in a minute. And yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on Kieran Read and on Owen Farrell. I should say also recently hit 4,000 subscribers, so that is very, very cool. All you guys who watch, subscribe, comment, like, all helps. So that's again very much appreciated. So thank you guys to helping out with the growth of the channel. It's been pretty cool. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on these, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.